For nearly 20 years, Cristiano Ronaldo defined greatness. 5 Ballon d'Or awards, 5 Champions League trophies. League titles in England, Spain, and Italy. The highest international goal scorer in football history. He conquered almost everything the game had to offer. Almost, because throughout his legendary career, one trophy always escaped him. The FIFA World Cup. Every generation has that one unfinished story. For Ronaldo, this was his. And when Portugal entered the tournament, many believed this would finally be the perfect ending. Instead, it became one of the saddest chapters of his entire career. The match against Spain. Portugal's knockout clash against Spain wasn't full of fireworks. It was a tense chess match. Every attack was carefully planned. Every mistake could end a nation's dream. For almost 90 minutes, neither side managed to break through. Portugal defended brilliantly. Spain controlled possession but struggled to create clear chances. It looked like the match was heading toward extra time. Then everything changed. Spain's coach looked at his bench. Portugal's coach didn't. Fresh substitutes entered the game with fresh energy. One quick passing move sliced Portugal's defense apart. A perfectly timed run, a simple finish. Goal, just like that. Portugal's World Cup was over. Spain celebrated. Portugal stood frozen. And Cristiano Ronaldo watched another World Cup dream disappear. The number that tells the whole story after the match. Fans focused on one shocking statistic. Cristiano Ronaldo had only 19 touches throughout the entire game. Think about that. 19 touches, not 19 shots, not 19 chances, just 19 times on the ball. For most players, that's a quiet game. For Cristiano Ronaldo, it's almost unbelievable, because this wasn't the Ronaldo football fans grew up watching. The player who demanded the ball every attack, the player who terrified defenders, the player capable of changing a match with one explosive run. Instead, he spent most of the game waiting, watching, hoping the ball would somehow reach him. And that's where the biggest question begins. Was Ronaldo the problem, or was Portugal using him the wrong way? Portugal's biggest strength and biggest weakness, ironically. Portugal's defense wasn't their downfall. Their backline stayed organized. They frustrated Spain for long periods. Even Spain's dangerous attackers struggled to find space. For nearly the entire match, Portugal looked capable of surviving. But football isn't won only by defending. Eventually, you need creativity, you need fresh legs, you need new ideas. Spain found all 3 from their substitutes. Portugal didn't. And that's the moment where the difference between both managers became impossible to ignore. One coach adapted, the other trusted the same plan until it was too late. To Ronaldo's final World Cup dream. For Ronaldo, this wasn't just another tournament. It was his last chance to complete football. Back in 2006, he announced himself to the world as a fearless young superstar. Year after year, tournament after tournament, he carried Portugal with incredible performances. But somehow, the World Cup trophy always stayed just out of reach. Sometimes Portugal lacked quality, sometimes luck disappeared, sometimes a stronger opponent stood in the way. But every failure only made Ronaldo's determination even stronger. That's why this tournament felt different, because everyone knew there wouldn't be another one. At 41 years old, this wasn't another chapter, it was the final page. The World Cup he could never win. Here's the painful truth. Cristiano Ronaldo conquered almost every mountain football had to offer. He dominated the Premier League. He ruled La Liga. He proved himself again in Serie A. He collected Champions League trophies like few players in history. He broke goal-scoring records that once looked untouchable. Yet despite all of that, one prize always slipped through his fingers: the FIFA World Cup. Every 4 years, fans believed, maybe this is Ronaldo's year. But somehow, destiny always had other plans. In 2006, a young Ronaldo helped Portugal reach the semifinals. Many thought that was only the beginning. Instead, it turned out to be the closest he would ever come. 2010 ended in disappointment. 2014 ended even earlier. 2018 ended in the round of 16. Then came Qatar 2022, perhaps the most heartbreaking moment of his international career. Portugal were knocked out by Morocco. Ronaldo walked off the pitch in tears. Millions believed that was the final image of his World Cup story. But football gave him one last opportunity, one final chapter, one last chance to silence every doubt. Sadly, that final chapter became even more painful than the previous one. The stats nobody could ignore. Football is emotional, but statistics rarely lie. Throughout this tournament, Ronaldo simply wasn't the same player fans had watched for nearly 20 years. His movement became slower. His pressing almost disappeared. He spent more time waiting inside the penalty area than creating danger. Against Spain, those struggles became impossible to hide. Only 19 touches throughout the match. Very few meaningful chances, almost no involvement during the closing stages. For a player who once dominated every big game, it was a shocking contrast. And this wasn't just one bad performance. Across the tournament, Ronaldo's overall influence kept declining against stronger opponents. When Portugal faced weaker teams, he still showed flashes of brilliance. But once the knockout rounds arrived, the goals dried up, the chances became rare, the impact slowly disappeared. Football can be brutally honest. Sometimes age catches even the greatest players, not because they stop loving the game, but because the game never stops moving forward. The moment everyone got fooled, there was one moment during the tournament when social media exploded. Ronaldo scored twice. Fans celebrated everywhere. Headlines immediately returned. The king is back. Never doubt Cristiano Ronaldo. Age is just a number, but there was one problem. Those goals came against much weaker opposition. As soon as Portugal started facing elite national teams again, reality returned. Defenders gave him less space. Midfielders cut off his service. The game became faster. And suddenly, Portugal's attack slowed down dramatically. This is where many football fans made a huge mistake. They judged Ronaldo based on one brilliant night instead of the entire tournament. Who was really responsible? Now here's where the story becomes complicated. Was Ronaldo really the biggest reason Portugal failed? Maybe not, because one decision kept repeating itself throughout the tournament. No matter the opponent, no matter the performance, Cristiano Ronaldo always remained the automatic starter. Meanwhile, one dangerous striker watched from the bench, Gonçalo Ramos. Portugal had already seen what Ramos could do. He brought energy, movement, pressing, speed, everything Portugal's attack desperately needed. Whenever he entered matches, Portugal looked more unpredictable. Yet game after game, he remained a substitute. And that decision placed enormous pressure on manager Roberto Martinez. Because every minute Ronaldo stayed on the pitch, one difficult question became louder. Was Portugal trying to win the World Cup, or were they trying to protect a legend's farewell? The manager's biggest gamble. Every great coach faces impossible choices. Sometimes, you must leave your biggest star on the bench. Not because you disrespect them, but because the team comes first. History has shown us many legendary players who accepted smaller roles near the end of their careers. It's never easy, but sometimes it's necessary. Roberto Martinez faced exactly that situation. Instead of making the difficult decision, he stayed loyal, perhaps too loyal. And football can be unforgiving when emotions begin replacing tactical decisions. Portugal possessed one of the deepest squads in the tournament. Creative midfielders, fast wingers, solid defenders, young attacking talent. Everything needed to challenge for the trophy. Yet somehow, the team often looked like it was waiting for Ronaldo instead of playing naturally. And against elite opposition, that hesitation became costly.